way too much at my locals. This is just Sure Hyper versus Amnesty at home. For the 3 people in South Florida who are watching this, you already know those sets last forever. But I feel like Deltaforce is going to be a lot more aggressive than we see for most other links here in this matchup.
Well, it kind of depends, doesn't it? I mean, Deltaforce, not exactly one to shy away from combat, but is not going to just run in like your life depends on it into any sort of situation where you just lose the neutral, all that quickly, which it seems like Dany2theny is pretty good at doing. It's not like Wolf doesn't give him the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be, from watching these two play before, I feel like this matchup is going to be quite different than what you expect. I feel like Dany actually might play a little bit more defensive, if anything, because from what I've seen of him as a player, he loves walling people out with that auto-cancel back air, and that right there, that B reverse laser, we're going to be seeing a whole lot of that. It's weird to see a defensive, or I guess more mid-range Wolf, but Dany uses that playstyle with this character in a shockingly well way.
No, I mean that is very true, and that has been done to pretty decent effect, making it to grand finals of a C tier at the very least at Plat Fight over in Kissimmee, Florida. Been a little bit closer to your neck of the woods, but
yeah, I was actually there. Dany was a treat to watch as always.
Yeah, wound up doing a few interviews with him, and the eventual winner, Wrath. No shame in losing to that, but I believe did take a game off of Wrath in the winner's side. But either way, that is going to be Dany, who's doing a pretty decent job of keeping the stocks even. But Deltaforce still having gotten the better of him, at least in the short term. Not like Dany can't make it back, but when Deltaforce is winning stage, he's generally winning the game.
Yeah, for sure. This match. Oh, okay. Not going to be dying just yet, but still beautiful recovery and amazing disadvantage play from Dany here, mixing up his options really well. But still alive actually. Never mind. Wow. I thought he was dead. Incredible DI, insane survivability from Dany there.
Well, now you just pissed the Wolf off. So it is going to eventually go down to that forward air across the stage, 178%. We could have pronounced that Wolf dead 2 times before, so testament to Dany's tenacity, if nothing else. But Deltaforce still knowing how to get it done, not panicking, and simply applying the pressure where needed.
Yeah, no, playing a lot more aggressive, knowing that a character like Wolf doesn't really have the best at a shield game, so going to be able to use those nairs and those Z drops a lot more effectively here. Oh, but unfortunately, SD there from Dany. You gotta be careful with those angles, man. 1 degree off and you're going straight into that Battle Blast zone.
Yeah, not exactly the way that you wanted that to end, but if you're Deltaforce, I doubt you're in a position to complain. So we are going to see now, Dany, the stage counter pick ought to be interesting because I don't really know if you're necessarily in a disadvantage if you're playing this stage, but there are a lot of ways that you have to play around Link's projectiles on this stage. It gives you a lot of horizontal space to move around with and assert your own dominance on the stage. Dany is going to be made to work hard at this for game number 2. If you want to stay in this bracket, well, you got to win neutral against Deltaforce. Simple as.
Yeah, gonna be a little bit easier said than done here. Deltaforce making some, actually, making some pretty decent changes here, but unfortunately, Dany adapting them really quickly here and already getting to 105 already on this link. This first stock might be taken out quicker than we thought. Maybe 1 fair bear is all it takes to get this stock out of here.
And now as you're seeing the heavy hits coming through, Deltaforce eventually succumbing to the pressure from Dany2theny, who's on the right, off on the right foot in this game too. You got to fight to stay alive, and well, Dany's sure playing like it, if nothing else.
For sure. All right, down to dash attack, hardest combo in the game right there. That execution coming on live here.
I mean, the straight-facedness with which you tried to say that, I can't help but respect. But it is going to be Deltaforce going into the blast zone, into the deep, and coming out with a full stock disadvantage. Deltaforce right now is up against the wall here, and Dany fully taking the driver's seat of this one, and Deltaforce has not been able to get back the sort of momentum that you found in game one. I mean, what's the difference here between game one and two for Dany? Because it's looking like night and day to me, just in terms of the confidence alone.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the percent and stock difference shows how much Dany's adapted here in this second game here. Seeing a lot more not like, okay, how do I say this? A lot more evasiveness here. Not really throwing out as many buttons as we were seeing before, trying to use his movement. Actually, Wolf has some pretty good air drift, so using a lot of that to actually get Deltaforce to make some pretty big whiffs here with that projectile or with that fair like we saw earlier, to just sort of play the whiff punishing game here. It's something that Wolf, you don't really see him do too often, but I feel like the character still is doing that really well, as we're seeing here.
Certainly has the range with which to punish a wayward movement option or landing. We're going to see Deltaforce now trying to take advantage, but no, Dany just goes ahead, throws out the hitbox, and throws Deltaforce up into the sky. Really, just a kick to the chest will do it, but you know, that's just semantics here and there. Point is, you went out and went boom, and Dany is up 2 stocks to 1. Though Deltaforce, again, you know, we saw this before. Deltaforce able to make these comebacks happen one way or another and just keep himself in the set, if nothing else, just in the game.
Oh, up yet a shield, not going to kill just yet. 130 on this Wolf, though. Definitely possible for something.
Okay.
And beautiful fair catching that spot dodge habit of his. And that's going to be
anyone's game.
Going back to even. Yeah, no, this is pretty much anyone's game here, though. With the momentum, I feel like Deltaforce might be able to take this to a... Oh, actually, no, not even a game 3. What am I saying?
Oh.
My bad.
Yeah. No, it really did. No, hey, you know what? Dany wasn't playing all that badly in game 1, but the win did go to Deltaforce and could just take this outright. Dany with a spirited effort in game 2, but it is about even, and you need something with which to establish your dominance as the alpha of the leader of the pack. Dany now with stage advantage. Deltaforce trying to tame this beast and not finding anything quite yet. The forward air takes him off stage. Can you find the answer at the ledge? Forward air. Uh-oh, and he's gonna go right into it, and was that a teabag at the ledge?